shadows. As a dragon, I will survive.
Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Shadow Dragon here, and welcome to a horror game called Bedrot. Thought this one was fitting because I don't feel great right now, so yeah, let's do it, man. This game contains swearings. What? Swearings. This game contains swearing, lies, trash, and bedrotting. Would you like to view the spoiler content warning? I probably should, just in case. Game also contains themes, depression, isolation, apparent agoraphobia. Reader discretion is advised. Now, dear reader, let's begin. I just get congratulated for pressing a button. Oh, that's lovely. All right. How long has your life been like this? You haven't a clue. But given your situation, you don't care about that. Oh, yeah, I guess we're playing as a girl. Rise and shine, Alice Abbott. What time is it? The time really shouldn't matter to you, not when you're just going to stay inside all day. Whatever, I'm just going to do what I do best. Sit and watch TV. It's gotten so bad that you can't bring yourself to get out of bed. In order to look around, you find yourself had to click on everything in the room. It looks like we've got a shit ton of trash. Let's check that out first. Trash is piled up so much it almost covers the window. I would take out the garbage if I didn't have to go outside. You haven't bothered to clean that up. Too much hassle when you already live in filth. You're so tired most of the time that you can't bring yourself to put the trash in here. Well, to be fair, it's full. You would have lost your head about this lovely contraption. Want to watch something? F that for now, I guess. Shoot yourself, don't have fun stewing in your thoughts. You're grateful for this. Okay, grateful that you don't go out for food. Otherwise you would have died longer. Looks like the floor has become your trash bin for the tissues. It's more like a piece of paper, but even though you live in the storm sometime, you're not finished unpacking. Looks like it's gonna stay that way. Just to actually use this for studying now, it just eats up energy you haven't paid for in weeks. You mean, of course, I want to fix this. Alas, the stench of rotting wood is not for you, not when you live with the flies. Okay, it's you! Your sad, home little self, as if you didn't know that already. Your lovely food stay in bed, it's more of a home to you than the storm. Oh, it's watching TV, I guess, right? You switch your TV on, just like every single day. People always tell you to be consistent, and here you are, consistently staying in bed and watching TV. Even though you do this every day, the TV's flickering light still burns your retinas. You switch to the channels, news, sports, questionable stuff, and kid shows. You still love My 30-Day Wedding. Yes, you know that just about everything in that show is staged. But you like it. You like seeing these people be so petty towards each other. Seeing them beat the shit out of each other over silly little things like soap reminds you of why you're even here. I know that some might think that I'm missing out on life, but I'm perfectly fine missing out on people. And if my 30-day wedding is staged, you can't help but feel that there's some level of truth to the pettiness. You remember how when you actually attended class, some boy began trying to prank you? And by prank, I don't mean silly things like dialing random numbers. I mean shit like trying to dump acid on you. What the frick? And it was all because I didn't want to work with him on a project. Maybe I came across too harshly when rejecting him. That's the part of you believes that the world is a shitty place, but the idea that maybe it's your fault is tempting. Bitch found dead. Okay, then I thought we were watching a wedding show, but hey, I guess we're watching the news now. Oh, okay, that's the game time. I was like, I haven't been playing for 2 hours. You sit back and think on it some more. At least if something's your fault, you can fix it. You switch to the news channel. You feel like watching something informative. Good evening, citizens of Libretto City. Evening? You're not surprised, more disappointed in yourself than anything. You used to wake up the crack of dawn to get shit on. Now you wake up with the crack of dust, laying rot. You bring your attention back to TV, thoughts aren't good for you. Today we bring you a grisly case, a murder. Another one, just like every day. Yeah, so don't you see this shit every day, but this one is so bad that we had to show you. It's now a bit while the reporter talks about the crime scene. About how the victim was found under the Cardinal River with half of her face burned off and her breast torn. Why would that? Wait, hold on a minute. Why would the news just be like, I know you see this shit every day? What the hell is this news channel, bro? Yeah, okay. The victim was named Emma Greenwood. Your eyes perk up. Ears. You remember that she was one of your classmates back when you went to class, and she was also one of the only people to check up on you. You're sure that she was a good person? She sure as hell didn't deserve to die in such a horrific way. Why is the world like this? How is it that you could do everything right and still have something horrible happen to you? You decide to sleep again. Just like every night, you don't dream. Well, on one hand, if you don't dream, you can't remind yourself that this situation does suck. Plus, you don't have a nightmare about how a stranger is going to bust and to strangle you. On the other hand, sleep is getting boring about dreams. Sleep just consists of your random thoughts bouncing off each other. It's too much like when you're awake. Rise and shine again. Even though you've got well over half a day of sleep, your eyes are still glued shut. Not to mention that the sunlight makes you clamp your eyes. You don't enjoy sunlight. You don't even go out to feel its warmth. It's just a nuisance to you, something that stops you from. You can't think of what it stops you from doing. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Running away, that's what. It's in moments like this where you question everything. No, you didn't question it when trash began piling up in your room. Nor did you question it when people showed up at your door with bills, letters of expulsion, all that good shit. Now sunlight's hitting you, you question it. Part of you wants to go over to the window and cover it up with something. You also don't want to see the dent you left in the bed from how long you lay there. Makes everything feel too real. You hide from the light under the wrinkled covers. You don't sleep under there. You lay awake. The sunlight barely penetrates the thin fabric, but it's better than your eyes being fried. There's nothing to distract you from your thoughts under the covers. Nothing but the faint buzzing of the flies around the garbage. Try to make out little conversations the flies may be having. Anything to distract you from your mind. I thought it feels like an eternity. The room is dark again. You prop yourself up again. Just another night of nothing. That's what I expect. It's like every night since you cage yourself in here. The only difference is that now you're realizing how miserable it is. Okay, now we're clicking on stuff. What should I click on that I haven't though? Oh, it's only now that you realize how overpowering the stench is. You feel bad for whoever lives on the floor at this dorm, but that guilt isn't enough to drag you out. You haven't bothered to clean it up. Too much of a house. Yeah, we're into that. Looks like the floor is becoming a trash bin for tissues. Okay. Why do you have a trash bin if you never use it? It's like you didn't turn off TV last night. Oh, well, you were already buying no electricity bills. No use in carrying now. The problem with having this takeout container there is that it's probably all moldy now. It might make you die quicker, though. You used to actually... Yeah, we did that. Just waiting for the day for that water to completely fall apart. Closer to the crevice in the mattress and the wall, there's something weird. Whoa. Okay, I'm lost now. What is that? Oh, what's this? You can't understand what it is. Maybe it's a plant of some kind. You know what it would be living off of. Maybe off the food scraps under your bed. Maybe off the decaying wood. No use in wondering about it though. No use in wondering about anything now. Lay back down in bed, stomach completely empty. As days go on and on, you feel like your head's becoming more empty. You can remember when you were younger, the lives you and your sister were filled with joy and whimsy, as much as you can get in Labrador City at least. You know that your sister's not being productive, working in forensics of some kind. Heck, she's probably working on Emma Greenwood's case right now as you right. How would she feel if she saw me like this? And when my family thinks I'm off getting some psychology degree, they'll think I'm actually doing something with my life when I'm just rotting. That's the best word for it. I used to be something, someone, but now I'm just some husk. Remember when Emma came to check up on you, she asked if anything had happened. You tried to pinpoint what happened and you're still trying, to be quite frank. At least if something did happen to you, the state of your life would be justified, right? Maybe it wasn't a single bad thing that happens. Maybe it was a bunch of smaller things piling up. Even though you spent the better part of the day sleeping, you're too tired to think. You just want rest. It's been long overdue. You wake up, the sun is blaring on you and your little plant friend. Why is there so much sunlight out there? My brother's city is usually dark and gloomy. Why is it bright all now of all times? Don't you like to think that's sunny because you're not out there? Self self self-aggrandizing. F yeah. Funny hell yeah, at least it's funny in your mind. Seeing the sun reminds you that everyone's out there doing stuff. At least in the night, people are doing what I do for the most part. Eating, watching TV, and sleeping. I know that's not true when the sun is shining. That's a good thought. You lay back down again. You really hate being reminded of what you could be doing instead of laying in bed all day. You know it's your fault that you're like this. You struggle to sleep throughout the day, lost in thought. I know that some people out there feel the exact way I do. It manifests so differently for people. Some people just turn to alcohol. Some turn to adrenaline hunting. Some throw themselves into their work and become even more productive. I think that any of those people are more productive than I am. Even the alcoholic and adrenaline junkies. Because at least they're putting themselves out there in the world. Why do my feelings manifest in this way? Night falls again. Yeah, that plant's getting bigger. It's like every single night. Do you know how insanity is defined? You really should, considering that you barely survived one semester of university. No answer? Ah, shucks. Explains why you stopped attending class. Insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's exactly what you're doing. The thing is that I know nothing's gonna change. No shit it isn't. I know that every single day is the same. How different am I compared to other people then? Alright, good point. The way that you view it with regards to insanity, you're the same as most people. People go to university expected to outshine their peers, even if they're reusing the same study habits from high school. People go to work every single day doing random stuff for an apathetic boss, expecting that out of all of the other employers that were the ones to get rich. It's all the same to you, except for the fact that society doesn't consider what you do to be productive. You do miss blissful ignorance. You hate being able to see the systems for what they are. You hate how you can't just go along with it like everyone else. Even though it's all the same, the difference is that those people are happy, while I'm not. Oh, don't be such a Debbie Downer. Maybe you should watch TV to return to your usual state of apathy. Ah, looks like TV's off. You don't remember turning it off. Guess they finally cut the power. Explains what the lamp's off. This day was coming. And now your one source of entertainment is gone. Why don't keep me occupied and narrow my thoughts or sleep? What does it matter that the power's gone? Most of my time is spent sleeping and thinking anyway. White noise runs in your mind, your stomach grumbles with hollowness, and your eyes just don't want to stay open. Regardless if you sleep for your 18 hours, your eyes want to stay clamped shut in eternal slumber. Your eyes give in and the darkness is all you see. Your other senses are heightened, but even they feel dull. You know that smells slightly worse than usual. You used to the stench of mold and running wood. You begin to pick up the odor of decaying meat. The flies are going to love that. Wake up from another dreamless night. It's getting darker. Okay, never mind, it's night, I think. That's good enough to remind you of what you could be missing out on, and it's night. You haven't slept for only a few hours or for an entire day. Probably gonna fall right back asleep any minute. Starting to wish you'd stay asleep forever. One is the power garbage in place just by the center of your room. It's close to blocking off the exit. It's not like it matters. I was never gonna leave in the first place. Like the thought of despair here, but it's true, there's nothing out there for you. You're sure that no one in your family cares. Sure that even if you finally did go out, you'd be miserable. Hell, the one person you remember being kind to you wound up dead. What does that mean? Does it mean they have to resort to assholery if you want to live? The worst part of it all is that even after thinking about it, you don't know the root of your issues. Maybe it was just a bunch of small things snowballing up to something massive. You can't even figure out the smaller things. Fall back asleep for a long, long time, and again, it's dreamless. Come to realize that maybe you don't dream because your mind itself is imprisoned. This plant's getting everywhere, bro. Smells like blood and guts spread across the room. Yeah, we did that already. The axe is blocked or too late. The vines, rod, guts. Something stays wrapped around you. You don't try to fight it. You want to scream, but you're too tired. The strange tentacles poke through you, stitching you straight to the bed. Never intend to leave in the first place, not for a long time at least. But now that you're truly chained to the bed, you expect to regret it all. You don't. You had no dreams to live for. So your nightmares became your reality. And the Bedrot. So there's more than one ending. That's the thing, though. I didn't really see.
I will keep on flying through the shadows. As a dragon, I will survive.